Welcome to Fahrenheit Performance Podcast, episode number 94. Tammi Lim, welcome to the podcast. How are you?
For having me. I'm good.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're a personal trainer.
Yeah.
You're a coach. You're also a triathlete. And you're a cancer survivor or you're a cancer patient. You're all of those together. And I've had Arthur Tong, I've had Elaine, I've had Seth Puan all on the podcast, and they all told me to come and talk to you, right? All of them told me to come and talk to you. I even had your previous bike owners in the clinic here once, and she told me to come and talk to you. So I'm so glad that you're finally here.
Yeah.
Welcome. Tammi, why don't you just tell us who you are, what you do? When did you start triathlon?
So I started triathlon about 12 years ago.
Okay.
I was never sporty from the start.
Are you
No.
So you weren't one of those kids that was always in the track club or running around?
Far from that. I was this really skinny, fair girl in school who was always failing her NAPFA test.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I couldn't run for nuts at all.
Is that because you're really nerdy or you just were very
No, I was just unfit.
just
And I didn't like the sun. I didn't like
sweating?
Yeah. So growing up, I was unfit. I wasn't sporty. I only picked up sports when I was around 20
Okay.
in uni.
So you got through all of school without doing any crazy sporting CCAs or anything like that. You you managed to get through it, and so then why did you suddenly turn a new leaf and start to run or whatever you did?
So yeah, I mean, I moved to Australia to study for 3.5 years. And you know how the environment there is like so amazing for sports, like the good weather, the sun, because I was in the Gold Coast.
Okay. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay. They got the T100 there next year in the Gold Coast.
Yeah,
Oh,
so-
Sunshine Coast. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then so now you got space, you got good weather,
Yeah.
and it's not unbearably hot over there as well, right?
No, it's not. Yeah, so then I started swimming first, and then
Did you at least know how to swim as a child?
I did have some swimming lessons,
Yeah.
but not like professional. So I could float.
Well, knowing how to swim and knowing how to triathlon swim is very different, right? Like even swimming in a pool is different from triathlon swimming, right? So, okay, so then you started to pick up swimming as an adult, like master swimming, I guess that's even.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I had a coach in Australia to just teach me the techniques of swimming, and then that's how I picked it up.
Technique of swimming is so important. You can spend 20 hours a week in swimming, and if you have the wrong technique, it's going to go nowhere.
That's me.
Okay.
Yeah. So after 12 years, I'm still the same shitting swimmer.
Okay, but you did have a coach for technique. Okay. So then you must pick up running along the way.
Yeah, also during uni.
Okay.
Yeah, just very, very leisure running. Wasn't fast.
So you're jogging.
Jogging.
Yeah. So then you know how to swim, you know how to run. Biking's easy, right? So you can do a triathlon already, right?
Yeah.
That's what most people think.
Yeah, so I came back to Singapore, bought a bicycle,
Yeah.
and then that's how I got into triathlon.
Okay. And when was that?
2011, 2012.
Oh, that's when I came to Singapore. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and then so then you just signed up you did the Singapore Dream, you did Meta Sprint, and you did Trifecta and all these sort of races, or did you go straight into something for free?
Yes, I started with Meta Sprint, the aquathlon, and then the triathlon. And then back then there was Tri-Fem. I'm not sure if you heard of
not
it.
even.
Yeah, it's a very small event that was held at Changi and it's RCC.
That's before Tanah Coastal, right?
Yes, it was still Tanah Coastal. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And then once you started triathlon, I know you've done Ironman, right? So what's the learning curve between? Okay, I've done an aquathlon, and now I'm gonna do Bustleton.
So, I guess for all triathletes, the natural progression is to up the distance.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So starting from the sprint to the OD
Yep.
to the half and then eventually the full. So I've done all of that obviously. I've done 2 fulls, Bustleton and Korea,
Okay.
and a couple of halves, Sunshine Coast, Desaru, I can't remember the rest.
Yep.
Yeah.
What's your favorite of all the distances? Do you like the short and sharp ones, or are you more of a diesel train and you can last?
I would say the half is my favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's just easier to train.
Yeah.
Right? It's not so
I
time
think
consuming.
that's the reason I've never done a full Ironman before, is because you're always doing something.
Yeah.
You're always swimming, you're always biking, always running, if not twice a day. And then when you're not swimming, biking, and running, you're probably tired from swimming, biking, and running. So you're not the most pleasant person in the world. And there's different people. Some people can be tired and happy, but I'm not that type of person. I'm grumpy when I'm tired. So.
And it's like you don't have a line.
Yeah, exactly. And then, so when did you do your first Ironman?
The full was in 2012, I think.
Yeah, so pretty quickly after you started it.
Yeah.
So straight into the deep end.
Yeah.
And ever since then, you've been consistently doing triathlon? Because I saw last year, the year before, you were still doing T100s and still doing...
Yes.
Yes.
Consistently, but not as many in a year.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know how when you just start, you're like, for that yellow, so eager, you're signing up for all the races. But as the year comes by, it's like...
Where did all my money go?
Yeah.
Yeah. I know I worked, but I have no money left. Yeah.
Yeah.
But speaking of work, I heard that because you're now basically a personal trainer and a coach, right? But you used to be in the corporate world.
Yeah, I did.
What was that about? Did you just one day wake up and say, I don't want to do this. I don't want to sit behind the computer all day long. I want to... Were you already a gym junkie, or were you already going to the gym 7 days a week? Or was it something that you just... What was your switch in mindset for that?
I was already in triathlon when I was in the corporate world. So I was doing HR for like 3.5 years.
Okay.
If I'm not wrong. And then I got pretty bored of it because I was stuck in the office 9 to 6, 5 days a week.
Yeah. You go in when the sun is down, you come out when the sun is also down. Very demoralizing sometimes.
Yeah. And then I thought maybe I should do something different. And then I thought about being a personal trainer.
Did you have any experience being a personal trainer?
No, none at all. Yeah. So at first I wanted to do the course just to better myself as an athlete. Yeah. Just to learn the science of training and all that, right?
Yep.
So I resigned and then I joined a commercial gym.
Wow. So it was like really pulling off the Band-Aid, clean break.
Yeah.
You didn't even overlap them at all.
No, not at all. Yeah, it's either now or never kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So so in the commercial gym, that's where I learned everything. Yeah, like hands-on experience to getting the certification. Yeah, and that's how I branched out.
I'm not sure if it's the same with you, but so I started this business, Fahrenheit, 10 years ago. Oh, at the end of this year, it'll be 10 years.
Yeah.
And I was also I wasn't corporate, but I was construction, right? I was building buildings, nothing to do with bike fit, nothing to do with physiotherapy, nothing to do with anything. And so, same thing, I started just like that. And the hardest is because it's a very word of mouth sort of industry. Where one person says, hey, I gotta go to Tammi, she's awesome, look at this great results I've been having. But you need that one person to become 2 people, to become 4 people, to become 6 people, whatever. And that first 6 months of just knocking on doors and giving talks and talking to as many people as possible to get the mouths so you can have word of mouth, right? I'm not sure if that's the same experience you had, but that's exactly what I had. It was like first 6 months are the most difficult because it's like everything is new.
Yeah.
And you have no base to fall back on.
Yeah, correct.
Right.
Yeah. So that was the hardest for me as well after I left the gym. But I was blessed to have a couple of clients that followed me out.
Okay. Also, you were in a commercial gym, so they sort of fed you clients to start, right?
Yeah.
And then you left the gym to be freelance?
Freelance.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you still freelance now?
I am still freelance.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So then when you were freelance, does that mean that where would you work out of, or you go to people's houses?
I go to people's houses, mostly condos, or some of them come to my place to train as well. Yeah.
And that was, I guess, 8 years ago?
Since 2013.
Okay, so 12.
Yeah.
12 years of that.
Yeah.
And doing okay? Doing
good?
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically my clients are all word of mouth or referrals.
And what's your specialty? Would you like small group classes or one-on-one?
One-on-one or buddy training.
Okay, like duets?
Yeah, duets.
Yep. Okay. And then, so what's the biggest challenges of just going out on your own like that? What were you...
Mainly is getting the clients.
Yeah.
As a new PT stepping out as a freelance is really the hardest part is really just getting the clients and just building that base there.
Is your personality something sort of, are you like the type A where you like to talk to people all the time, or you a bit of a recluse?
Not at all. I'm an introvert.
Exactly. That's what I'm about to ask, because this sort of profession, or any sort of, let's just call it a commission-based profession, right?
Yeah.
If you don't go and knock on doors, you don't go and talk to people, you don't go and do all these things, it might not happen today, but if you stop talking to people, your clients will slowly shrink away and you have nothing eventually, right?
Yeah.
You got to keep on knocking and knocking, and that for me is the most tiring part. Is to keep the ball rolling, because if the ball stops rolling, it becomes very difficult. But just because and there's no base salary, right?
No.
Everything is how many patients how many people that you see in the week,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. But I've been pretty lucky because like all my clients just refer their friends to me.
Yeah.
And it's pretty ongoing. Yeah.
So of all your triathlon races, you've done T100, you've done Ironman, you've done like the whole set.
Yeah.
What's been your favorite race so far? For one, what is a bucket list race that you want to do? And what is a race that you thought was going to be really good, but it actually didn't turn out very, very nice?
I think Ironman races are the best for me because they're just so well organized.
Okay, Ironman branded, so 70.3 or full.
Yeah. Like the support is awesome. The aid stations are awesome. I remember the Busselton one. It was like a buffet at the aid stations. I remember on the run, it was like a U-turn.
Yeah.
And then the tables was also like a...
Oh, so you can get some on the way in and then come and get some on the way out again.
So I was like picking things all the way in and then picking things all the way out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then in Korea, they served like hot soup in the cool weather. So
Nice.
that was pretty comforting.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, so I would say Ironman races so far has been the best experience for me. Yeah.
And how about bucket list? What's a race that you want to do you haven't done yet, or
Good question. I don't really have a bucket list race.
you know, like you don't have aspirations for Kona or
No.
anything like that?
No.
World champs?
Yeah, not really. I mean, if it comes, it comes. But I'm not the type of person that, I want to do
Yeah,
it.
like
Or I have to.
I've got some clients that are like that. Oh, I'm going to Langkawi because I'm doing everything to secure the slot for whatever, for Kona or for the world champs or something like that. And it's just like, they're so focused on it and it almost becomes an obsession, you know?
Yeah. I mean, but there's nothing wrong with that. I
Yeah,
mean,
no, of course.
everyone has their own preference, right? Yeah. So for me, it's like those things are not important. I'm more focused on getting my own personal best. Yeah.
And let's talk about, so you've been diagnosed with cancer twice, right? Most recently breast cancer. Previously, it was something that I can't even pronounce.
I know, right?
Thrombocytosis?
Yeah. Essential thrombocytosis.
Okay. So, and you've continued to stay active pretty much throughout this whole journey, and it's been quite a few years. All right. So let's just go back to the beginning, right? The thrombocytosis. Okay. That is like a blood platelet level issue.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah.
How did you know you had it? Because you're young, you're very young, and it's not something that it's like, were you particularly tired, or was there any symptoms of like, why did you suddenly go for a test to try to find out what's going on?
Yeah. So I had 0 symptoms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I only found out about it through a routine health screening.
So during the routine health screening, they give you a chest X-ray for TB, and then they would take your blood, They'll look at your cholesterol level. They take your blood pressure and stuff. And then so what will the doctor say? Hey, there's something weird going on with your platelets? Or
Exactly that.
really?
Yeah. So through the blood markers, my platelets were super elevated. It was at 1 million counts. A normal human being platelets would be between 200-ish to 300-ish
1,000.
thousand.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're 5 times. So does that mean that your blood is thicker
Yes.
or it is?
It's thicker, it's stickier, and the tendency to clot will be much higher.
So looking back at your life back then, did you ever get a cut and think, oh, my blood looks really weird, but never think anything of it?
Yeah, actually, I've never thought my blood looked or felt weird.
But I guess that maybe it's not perceivable. Like,
Yeah.
it's not, doesn't come out like honey or anything like that, right? But
No.
so your blood, it's just got more red blood cells or more platelets. Okay. And it made the blood thicker.
Yeah.
So that means that you could have been in the middle of a triathlon just running along and had a stroke or
Possibly.
great, right? Because that's why they give people aspirin to make their blood thinner so they don't get strokes and that's what's that.
Yeah,
Is that the risk? Or
That was the risk.
so apart from that risk, it's not something like a tumor that just keeps growing bigger and bigger and bigger, right? It's just you've got too many platelets in your blood.
Yeah. It's a slow progressing type of cancer.
Okay.
So there's also a chance within 15 years to 20 years that it can progress to leukemia or MF, which is, I don't know how to pronounce this. Myelofibrosis,
Okay, yeah.
if I'm not wrong. It's the hardening of your bone marrow.
Oh, okay. Okay. So this is like the origin is in the bone marrow.
Yes.
Then, right? Is that where the source of this issue is? And that was what 6 years ago you found out that must have been a super shock, right?
It was.
Like you're just going for a routine check. They say, hey, something going on with your blood, come back for another check. And then they sit you down and say, hey, you need to go for treatment right away, or what's the story?
Yeah, so I got a call from the doctor at night, like 9 p.m.
Yeah, when you get a call at 9 p.m., something is up, right?
Yeah. So he was like, I suggest you check into the A&E right away.
Wow.
Yeah, because your risk of a heart attack or a stroke is very high.
Even though you're early 30s at this age, right?
Yeah.
They were so concerned about the risk. So you were literally just walking along and not knowing, and then they just pull you aside and say, "He just check in right away."
Yeah.
So then, what do they do at A&E? They could help you so suddenly.
So obviously I went to the A&E.
Yeah. They monitor you, I guess.
They took another blood test.
Yeah.
My platelets went even higher.
Oh, better. Okay.
Due to stress, probably. Yeah, because stress also elevates your platelets.
Stress. The stress of being called at 9 o'clock at night.
I know. So, yeah, the attending doctor was like, okay, we can either check you in and you can stay the night, and we get a hematologist in tomorrow because they're not there at night. Or you can just go home, sleep it out, and then on Monday, you can come back in because it was a Saturday, if I'm not wrong.
Okay.
Yeah. And of course, I chose to go back home. It doesn't make sense for me to.
Well, you've been living your life like this. Like,
Yeah.
was there a trigger where they say this you had this for a year, or is this something you've always had since you were a kid?
No one knows.
Yeah.
It's actually a mutation in my gene,
Okay.
and nobody will be able to tell when it started or why I got it.
Unless you'd had a health screen 10 years ago and it wasn't there, for example. Maybe.
I did have a health screen a couple of years back.
Okay.
It wasn't elevated.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then you went back, the hematologist took your blood,
Yeah, so Monday I went to the clinic, the hematologist clinic, took my blood again, and then he said, oh, I need a bone marrow biopsy to confirm any diagnosis.
But doesn't sound good.
No.
So what they gonna drill into
Yes.
your femur, right?
Hip bone.
Hip bone, not the head of the femur.
No.
Okay.
So I had to lie on my side,
Yeah.
crunched up, and then they put that long, huge needle down the back. Yeah. So I did that the next day, and then, yeah.
And the answer was yes.
No.
Confirm.
ET.
Was it, but now it's quantified, you know what it is.
Yeah.
Was it a pretty easy treatment? It wasn't chemotherapy, right? It was.
Yeah, I started with oral chemo first.
Okay, it was chemotherapy.
Pill.
Okay.
But it wasn't the kind of chemo that you see through IV, and then people lose their hair and all that.
Yeah.
This one is kind of like a milder chemo. So I had that for 3 months, and it didn't sit too well for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's made you sick?
It made me have other side effects like palpitations.
Oh.
And then I grew like a black line down my thumb.
Oh, wow.
Which I thought was melanoma then.
Yeah.
And then I had another biopsy for my thumb. But thank God that came out clear.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was like one thing after another.
Yeah.
That during that period. Yeah.
And then you ended up just having injections of some sort of...
I switched doctors.
Okay.
And then this doctor was like, oh, you actually didn't need that medication before.
Oh, yay.
That was a lot more toxic, and it's not recommended for younger patients. It's more for like people over 60. Because
that's the traditional cancer patients, right?
Yeah.
Like, you don't think of people in their early 30s to have
exactly.
cancer, right? So he just gave you what he gives everyone else, but they happen to be over 60, right?
Yeah.
And then does that mean... So then I saw an Instagram post or something of you injecting in your leg. Is that all you have to do now, every once in a while?
All I have to do now every 12 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that just suppresses the production of the platelets?
Yeah, right.
Right.
So now my platelets are in the normal range.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it's well controlled.
Okay. So as long as you keep doing that, as long as this medicine is still around, you can still inject yourself, it should be under control.
It should be under control, yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Fingers crossed.
Hopefully.
But then I saw you on the T100, right? So if this happened 6 years ago, T100's only been around for the last 3 years.
Yeah.
You've been back at it, training, competing, doing everything you'd normally do back again, correct? How long did it take you after you went through your treatment to get back into training?
I can't really remember how long it took me, but I know I was constantly active still. At the initial phase, I was told that I couldn't push myself. I couldn't exert myself.
Because of the heart?
Yeah. So the doctor didn't want my heart rate above zone 2 because that could elevate my platelets even more. So I kept all my runs, my cycles to zone 2 for a period of time.
That's what everyone does these days anyway. You're just ahead of the curve.
I know, right?
Everyone's got you up.
It's such good aerobic training.
Okay. But like, you'd never know it from the race photos. At least you're smiling, you're happy, you're crossing the finish line, you're doing everything just like everyone else, and you're even on podium for some of those races at that time as well, right?
Yeah.
So you must have been having quite a high level of, after you got out of the zone 2 patch, which has helped you build your base, I guess.
I guess.
Then you're back into full training and winning again.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and then that was what, 6 years ago, right? When were you? How much time did you have back of relatively normal life?
After I started my injections, when my platelets were in a well-controlled range, and then I could be comfortable enough to push myself more during training. Yeah.
Because recently you had another scare where you were diagnosed with breast cancer.
Yeah.
Correct? So how long between the first one and the second one did you have a patch of, okay, this isn't normal, and then back, you're doing something, if you're trying to do something else, and you got another challenge to overcome? Was it like 2 3 years?
Thereabouts, yeah. I was like hitting personal bests in the last 2 years. Yeah, so that was kind of like the peak of my
Yeah.
sports journey
Okay.
until this breast.
And then you're at that same time, you're full blown personal training.
Yeah.
You're doing, camps and full client list and training full time as well. So everything was going great.
Yeah.
And then how did you realize that you had breast cancer?
So I felt lumps on my left breast.
So at least there was a symptom of like some sort of symptom this time.
Kinda, yeah.
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 Okay.
Yeah, and back then I thought like, oh, maybe I should give it some time, it will go away. But then after a
Like a
couple of
cyst
months,
maybe or something like
Yeah.
back of your mind.
yeah. But after a couple of months, it was still there, and then I decided to go and get a check. Yeah, and then back then the doctor was like, oh, it looks okay for now. I mean, I suggest we just monitor for 6 months and then you come back again
Yeah.
for another scan. So being the typical person that think that it will never happen to me.
And lightning's already struck you once, right?
Yeah.
I would have think that it would strike you twice.
Yeah, I couldn't be that lucky, right? Like
Yeah.
lucky.
Yeah, true.
So yeah, I didn't go back until a year and a half later, which was in May this year.
Mm-hmm.
And then just happened I turned 40.
Yeah.
So they suggested to do a mammogram as well.
Mm.
Yeah. So it was through the mammogram that they detected the abnormalities.
Okay. And it wasn't the same as last time, right? They didn't ask you to get A&E right away. It was...
No. No. But they did say we have to do a biopsy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they did, and it was cancerous.
And it turned out cancerous,
Yep.
unfortunately. Yeah, it was stage 0 and 1 back then.
Oh, okay. Okay. So I guess cancer has four stages, right? Stage 4, obviously the worst.
Yeah.
So 0 and 1 is quite
It's
low.
early. Yeah, so 0 is considered like pre-cancer, but still, and then 1 is still considered early stage cancer.
Okay. And then was that just a surgical procedure to remove the lumps?
Yeah, so because mine was pretty extensive, I had microcalcifications
Okay.
on the left outer side of my breast, which spanned like 9 cm
Wow. Okay.
long. So it's a lot.
So it's not a matter of just like scooping out a lump.
No.
There's lots of little speckles of stuff everywhere.
Yeah, yeah. So some people can do a lumpectomy, whereby they just remove the lump and they save the whole breast.
Yep.
Whereas for me, because it was so extensive, the doctor was like, the only option is a mastectomy.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if we do a lumpectomy, that's practically half of your breast.
Yeah. They're just you're the
Yeah, it won't look good anyway.
Yep.
Yeah. So, yeah, I was in a huge shock.
Yeah, of course.
I need to hear that because I never expected it, right?
I think at least in this day and age, it's not so crazy as it used to be. You can reconstruct it. You can do a lot of different things. But yeah, that totally. I get it. It's like your whole existence is going to change forever, right?
It's life changing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what I find so strong about you is that so your blood cancer, it's time bomb, but maybe you could live your whole life and that time bomb never goes off, for example, right? But for this sort of cancer, if you did nothing, you would die, right?
You would.
Right? It's as crazy as that sounds, but you obviously not doing nothing, you're doing something, right?
Yeah.
And so the strength of attacking it and progressing through these sort of stages while still staying as cheerful as you are and then keeping your relatively normal life is quite amazing, because a lot of people would just, oh shit, it's happened to me again. Why am I so unlucky? And then just get dragged down into a deeper hole. But everyone tells me that you're the smiliest, happiest person out there, and you're just tackling this like with strength. And with your triathlon background, you know what you need to do and how you need what sort of. It's just like any training, right? There's certain steps you need, milestones you need to reach, right? And that's why I find your story so amazing. And so now they've sort of supposedly removed cancer.
Yeah.
But that's not it, right? You're not out of the woods yet, right?
No. So the initial diagnosis was just the surgery, and then I would be done. But then because during the surgery, they found that 2 lymph nodes were affected as well. So it actually spread to the lymph node.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was an unexpected news. Like nobody expected it at all, even my doctor. Yeah. So she was pretty shocked about it. And so because of this spread, the potential of doing chemotherapy is higher. And on top of that, I'll need to be on hormonal therapy for 5 years.
5 years.
5 years.
Okay, and that's just an injection or a pill that you have to take every once in a while.
It's a pill every day and an injection every 3 months, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, so basically that puts me into menopause immediately.
Oh wow, that's another big life-changing event for you as well. Like
Yeah, I mean, to go into menopause at 40 years old is not something that I'm looking
it's not on your bingo card, right? Yeah. Wow. And then I guess you've stopped training. You're just
I have stopped training, but I'm still very physically active.
Okay.
I still move every single day.
Yep.
That's like my happy pill
Yeah.
to keep me going and to stay positive every day. But on the cards, I don't have any races coming up.
Yeah. Well, you're not out of the woods yet, so you can't really schedule anything until you know where the finish line is, right?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
So T100 next year is not on the cards just yet. You see it.
We'll see. I don't think so because I still have another surgery to go into, a reconstruction surgery.
Yeah.
And that will happen probably early next year.
Yeah. So you've done this once before where you've come back from your treatment, right? What are the steps that you need to take? Because obviously your body's gonna be battered a bit, right? But then you want to get back into triathlon, I'm assuming eventually, or marathon running or something.
Yeah.
It's for me, like I'm in this place right now, it's like I'm unfit and I know where I want to be, but it seems like a really long road to get there because you've sort of taken 10 steps backwards. Have you thought about how you're going to tackle that, or what? It's just one step at a time, go for walks instead of runs, or to go for jogs instead of...
Yeah, exactly just that. It's really just taking a day at a time. After surgery, I started walking because obviously I couldn't run.
Yeah.
I was still in pain.
Yep. Oh, okay. Just physically you couldn't run, let alone the heart rate.
Physically couldn't, not just the heart rate. I mean, this was after the surgery, the breast cancer surgery.
Yep.
So yeah, I just started walking, and then from there, I started healing, and then only after 6 weeks, then I felt good enough to run.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's how I...
And we're at like week 8.
We're at week 9.
9 now, okay.
Yeah.
So now are you doing some light exercise and running a little bit? And
Yeah, so every day I'm doing something.
Yeah.
Either running or on the cross trainer or lifting weights, and I recently started Pilates as well.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Pilates is good.
It is.
It's a lot harder than it seems.
Yeah, it is. And I felt like I really needed it because my mobility on my left side is a lot lesser now. It's a lot weaker also.
Yeah.
So yeah, I thought it would be good to try.
So so one step at a time. You're like 9 steps in right now, right? You've still got a long way to go, but it's getting better.
Long way to go to reach my fitness before, but I'm in no hurry to get there.
Do you pay particular attention to sort of the mental aspect of your training or of your daily life? Because to stay positive, like you do all the time, it's not something that just happens naturally, right? You sort of need to work on it. You need to have a clear headspace. Do you do anything particular for that, like meditation or?
I don't.
You don't?
But I rely a lot on God.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that is my at this point of stage in my life, you'll find that there's really nothing else you can do but to rely on God. I mean, because I come from a Christian background. Yeah, it's like being at the lowest point in your life. No one else can help you, and you have nowhere else to go, and you only have one option.
Yeah.
So that's really my saving grace.
Yep.
That
So you would consider yourself to be quite religious?
So the funny thing is, I've always been Christian since I was in primary school.
Yep.
But so my faith is there, but I've never been close to God. Yeah. And after these 2 cancer journeys, I feel like it's a sign that He just wants to pull me closer to Him.
And the fact that you've been able to identify them and be able to challenge these obstacles, right? Means that you're here for a reason. Not ready to go yet, right? You're still doing this. You're still doing what you want to do. You're still tackling the issues, right? If it wasn't meant to be, you'd be gone long time ago, right? So that so what motivates you these days to stay active and to do all these things?
I mean, exercising has always been a part of me, and it's always been like my go-to every day when I wake up.
Yep.
It's how I start my day.
Yep.
So it's become like a lifestyle already.
Yep.
So
So if you don't do exercise, are you one of those people, if you didn't do exercise in a day, you get grumpy, or you go out for a 9 o'clock walk or something just to get in the steps?
yeah. So it's really like my
So triathlon is like the perfect sport for you, because you always got to do swim, bike, or run sometime. Like,
yeah.
if you're a pure runner, you can't run every single day because you just get
No.
slammed, right?
No, yeah. So it just keeps me busy every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, are you back to work? Are you back personal training your clients again, or?
Not yet.
Yeah.
Not yet. So I'm just waiting to decide on my treatment first before I get back into it.
So what are the next steps for treatment?
The next steps is, so I'll be seeing my oncologist in about a week's time, and to decide on whether I need chemotherapy or I can just go with hormonal therapy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's there's the lymph nodes issue is not something that's going to go away by itself. You need to do something about that. Is there a chance that in a week's time they say, hey, you're clear, you're good to go?
No.
Not at all.
So technically, I should be cancer-free now because the breast tissue has been removed.
Yep.
I had 24 lymph nodes removed.
Oh, I didn't even know we had 24 lymph nodes. Okay.
We have more than that, actually.
Yeah.
So she only removed like 2/3 of it.
Oh God. Okay.
Yeah. And only 2 out of that 24 was positive. So that's a good thing. That means the remaining is negative. So technically, I should be cancer-free.
Yep.
But they're just afraid that there is some cancer cells floating in my bloodstream that they want to get rid of.
Yep.
So in the event that I choose not to take chemotherapy, it's still a risk for me. Yeah, because we don't know if there's any cancer still in my bloodstream. And potentially over the years, this can move around and settle down in like
Finally home and surprise.
stage 4.
Yeah. Well, so chemotherapy. My sister did chemotherapy. She had non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, so she did chemotherapy, and basically you're killing a bunch of your body and letting you Wolverine sort of rebuild itself, and the good cells, the bad cells, all the cells are just like wiped out, right? That's why your hair falls out. That's why you look so skinny when it happens, right? That is, I guess 50. So you're gonna have to do that. Is that just to be sure? Is that what it comes down to?
Yeah. So chemotherapy therapy is really just to be sure, just to make sure that we've got it all covered.
Just
Wipe out
clean slate.
everything. Yeah, but for me, it's more of like, because I value quality of life a lot. So I really don't wish to do chemo.
Oh, okay, I get you.
Yeah.
But on the flip side of that, chemo might be 6 months, right? So if you can just endure for those 6 months, the rest of the time should be free and clear, right?
It's not confirmed also.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because there are people that go through all the works of treatment, chemotherapy included, but they still relapse. So nobody can guarantee that chemotherapy can cure
Yep.
me 100%.
Yep.
Yeah. Everything is still like a probability.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm learning a lot. So then, I guess if you do chemotherapy, it's going to be beginning of next year when you start to sort of,
Actually, no, not beginning of it. Like straight away.
no, but I mean, like, you do all the chemotherapy and then you'll be done with all your treatment.
Yeah.
So, January, February, like Chinese New Year time, you would be sort of coming out of whatever it is and restarting to the rebuilding process.
Yeah.
Right. And do you want to go back to full triathlons, back to Ironman? What's your long-term goal?
Honestly, I don't know. I don't have an answer for that now because that's really not a priority on my list right now.
True. Yeah. Sure.
After having facing such a life-changing situation, I feel like at this point of time, racing is not everything in my life.
Totally. There's so many more important things to do than to finish your medals, right?
Yeah, so I honestly can't answer that question, but I'll just take it one step at a time.
So what do you consider the important things in your life then, for now?
Being happy, number one, and living life to the fullest,
So,
like with no regrets.
are you going to travel more? Are you going to call your old friends up? What do you want to do?
Yeah, traveling definitely is on my list right now. Yeah.
Okay. So, what's the best way to get a hold of you? Is it it's Tim Tams, right? Like the chocolate biscuits.
Yes.
Is that because you spent so much time in Australia?
Not really. Actually, I don't know how it came about, but I think
Because Tim Tams is like an Australian staple.
it is. I love it actually. Yeah.
So that's at tim.tamms, right?
TAMSS.
TAMSS.
Yeah.
Okay, two S's. Okay. So if anyone wants to get a hold of you or have any questions for you, they can reach out to you there. I'm so glad you came in, Tammi. I know you've been through a lot, and it's good to share your story. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It's my pleasure.